What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 couch detective, and I'm here for the news. And here recently, I covered a case and went over a clip of killer whales attacking sailboats and sinking them. And in the clip, there were some of the scientists who were alleging that the orcas were just playing and that they didn't mean any harm. And I'm going to tell you, and in that video, I even said that the orcas are not playing and that the orcas are extremely smart. These killer whales are some of the most intelligent mammals on the planet behind human beings. I got them right there, probably second behind humans and right there with dolphins. But I would say that the orcas are even smarter than dolphins because they work in these pods, and each individual pod has its own hunting technique and has its own speaking dialect of using different clicks, using different sonar sounds for hunting. They know how to talk in small whispers. The intelligence of this animal is unbelievable. And these animals, when they're out there on the sea, they understand everything that's going on around them. And like I said in the video before, these animals learn how to kill great white sharks. They ram into the great white shark, flip the great white shark over, suffocate him, and only eat the liver. Now, what's so impressive about only eating the liver is how in the hell do they know exactly where the liver at? Well, they use sonar, and that sonar is almost like X-ray, and they can actually see into the animal and see exactly what it is, because a lot of these orcas who hunt in Alaska, where the Bering Strait is, from Russia and America up there in them icy waters, they only hunting certain kinds of fish, certain kinds of salmon. They might have 5 or 6 different salmon, and they're only eating a particular one. How do they know what's what? They use sonar. Extremely intelligent animals. But let's take a look at this clip. Fair use, fair use.
Spreading out, they sky hop to search the ice floes. When a seal is spotted, the scouts alert the family with a rallying call.
And as you can see, that orca pops up out of the water, and he got his eye on that damn seal. Now, the seal feels like he's safe. It's all good. But these orcas have been known to be killers for a very long time, even in ancient time. The word orca is actually from the word Orcas, which is Latin for god of the underworld and champion of death. So these orcas, even in ancient Roman times and Greece times, they knew all about the intelligence of these animals. There's no doubt about that. Look at him. He half asleep. He ain't got a worry in the world. He like, oh, they can't do that to me.
But if they're to catch a seal resting on such a large piece of ice, the hunters need to change their tactics. This time, they produce a subsurface wave.
Now, that shit right there, some shit that you think you would see in the movies. They created a damn near ocean-like sonic boom and blasted that fucking ice, swimming in complete synchronicity, and was able to bust that ice. These things are so smart, it's unbelievable. Like, these animals, some of these animals don't stand a chance in the world. And these orcas are the size of school buses, by the way. Yeah, these orcas are huge, and not only are they huge, they're the second fastest mammal in the sea. I think they can travel up to, around 35 kilometers an hour. Yeah, these things are extremely fast, extremely intelligent, and extremely adaptable. Yeah, they can adapt to any situation.
It breaks the ice into smaller pieces. But the seal still has a raft.
Okay, hey, he went from being half sleepy, one eye open and one eye closed. Now both eyes is open. That's a look of worry. Look at him. He's worried like a motherfucker now. And these goddamn whales, they have 4 times the bite force of a great white shark. Like, I think their bite force is 131 megapascals, and a great white shark, his bite force is 27 megapascals. So just see the difference, 131 to 27. So they have a hell of a bite force, super fast, super intelligent. Yeah, they really can't be touched on the sea. Yeah, they tough to deal with.
And appears to be protected from any oncoming wave.
But look how close he got to him. Look at him looking at him. He got his eye on his ass now. He letting him know, oh, it's over now, nigga. Oh, it's over for you now. He was to make a seal suit out of him. One second.
Whale, however, has a plan. Working in a coordinated way, the pod pushed the seal's ice platform into clearer water.
Yeah, when these whales are talking to each other, they use whistles. When they using like if they trying to hunt, they using that echo, like that shit can travel out to miles. But when they using that whistle, that shit only travels right next to them. So I'm telling you, these things are extremely complex. That's why I want to do another video on these killer whales, because it's a lot of times people might not understand what's going on out there in the sea, and that's why I don't like the ocean. I don't like fucking with the ocean. I think them animals are way more intelligent than what people give them credit for. That's why people come up missing. You just never know what's out there and what their motivations are in the middle of that damn ocean. And that seal knows he's done for. See, the first one when they hit him, they sonic boomed the ice and broke it. This time, right before they got past it, they flapped their tail and created a goddamn tsunami wave and knocked the seal off the ice. And at that point, he's finished. And like I said, all these seals hunt differently. If you go off the coast of Argentina, the seals didn't learn how to run up on the beach themselves and catch the seal off the beach. Now, you might say that's not impressive. It's impressive when you recognize that they practiced that shit for years. Yeah, they literally practice on seaweeds, and they take the babies and practice. And I think they said it's like 30 orcas off the coast of Argentina, and only 13 of them have mastered it. And the rest of them don't even try that shit. That's how difficult it is. Because if you become beached as a whale, that's a death sentence. So you have to it's a fine line of lining up the wave and lining up when you're going. Oh, it's an art form. And they practice for years. When they training the babies might not do that shit for 3 or 4 years. They might just practice. They didn't seen them off the coast just practicing. The art form, just practicing. That's how intelligent these animals are.
The shark now tries another tactic which will avoid injury.
I want to see that again. I want to see him hit that wave. Hit him with that wave one more time. Look at him, y'all. Bam! It's over with.
The big shark now tries another tactic which will avoid injury.
That's the equivalent of a smoke screen. It's the equivalent of dropping a smoke bomb, just creating complete confusion. All them bubbles, you don't know which way to go. You become disoriented, and your ass is toast.
This orientates the towering seal. And the whales move in for the kill.
And these pods, you have different kinds of pods too. You have transient pods, you have resident pods. Now the transient pods, They travel long distances. They might go from Alaska all the way to the southern part of California. Now, the resident pods, they kind of stay off that British Columbia area up in the Canada and Alaska. Might come down close to maybe like a Washington, but they stay up in that area. And the residential pods and the transient pods, they don't mess with each other. The residential pods, they can be, the average is, I think, is about 14 per pod. It could be up to anywhere to 50. But the transient pods, there's only about 3, maybe 4 of them. And they travel long distances and they don't talk a lot. Yeah, they don't communicate with each other a lot. I guess when you travel long, you don't want to talk as much. But you would think you would, but they do not. But they hunt different. They don't deal with each other. There's 2 different kinds of pods. Those pods are more renegade pods, as you can see. I don't know if that was a transient pod or a resident pod. I'm thinking it was a transient pod because I only seen 3 of them, 4 of them. So usually those pods are a lot smaller, but them pods be some of the most deadly pods. Them are the pods that be killing great white sharks. Them transient pods. Them the pods that they say very few words to each other, but the communication is tight and it's to one another, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they work together like them underwater. What's that shit in the Olympics? Underwater synchronized swimming, where you see the synchronized people doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. That's what these pods are doing, man. Very, very impressive. But just some of the things that that you want to go over, that I want to go over with these killer whales. Intelligent animals, man. Very intelligent animals. You never know when these type of things come up in conversations. That's why I say I like to be able to talk about anything. That's why I'm interested in all type of different stuff. And I just want to cover this. Let's finish out the video and see what else they got in there.
Only about 100 killer whales in the world hunt using this technique.
See what I mean? They said only 100 in the world even hunt using that technique. All of them use different techniques. Them killer whales who were sinking them boats, if you went over to Alaska, they wouldn't sink them boats like that. There's just different parts of the world these animals hunt totally different because they have their own dialect, their own language in between one another. Now, can they communicate with other pods? Yes. Do they? Yes, sometimes. But they don't intertwine pods. They just don't do it. Even with the residential pods, it might be another residential pod. They might communicate, sparingly here or there, but they pretty much keep to their own pod. Each one got their own culture.
It's an ingenious solution to the problem of finding prey here in the most extreme frozen habitat on Earth.
But I just wanted to go over that clip, you guys. Very, very interesting. Killer whales, orcas, Orcas. Unbelievable animals, you guys. Very unbelievable. God of the underworld, champion of death. There's no doubt about it. This has been Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 couch detective. I'm here for the news. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on a first name killer, last name whale ride. Peace.